All right, so in this section, we're gonna quickly go through the Redshift ramp node. So we'll just type in ramp, drop this guy in, and pipe it straight out to the surface. So there are two modes for the ramp, and we'll find those under source. That's UV map and alt. We'll start off with UV map, and this is going to let us draw a gradient across the UV coordinate plane. So there are a couple options for mapping. One's horizontal, which would be across U. There's V, which will give you a gradient across V. We have diagonal, and I'll crank this up for a second so you can see that it's now going diagonally across U and V. There's also radial, and lastly, circular. There's also a handy little button, the invert button here, and that simply inverts the output of our ramp. So we can also add noise with this noise amount, and then also we can adjust the frequency or scale of the noise. And this is useful just for, if you just want to break up or add variation to your ramp. Now the other mode is alt. Let's flip into that really quickly. And I've got a texture here. Just gonna take a look at that really quickly. So alt is gonna let us take the values of an image texture or noise or whatever we pipe into the ramp and remap them by the RGB values that we enter along this gradient. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pipe my texture into the input and pipe the ramp out to the surface. Probably untick invert, make sure we have no noise. And these should look precisely the same if we flip between the texture and the ramp right now. And this can be really useful in case you want to maybe add more contrast into your image texture, for example. You can also color it if we felt so inclined. And really, this is just a super easy way to remap your values in a super visual way. A good example of this is a quick scene I made for some of the other sections. I have just a camera map, which is this image texture here, which if I just pipe it straight out, you'll see the original colors. And then I added a ramp in alt mode and just remapped these colors to these peach